the demo, of course the Ironeagle demo setup, you'll find FOA, FOB, FOP files. These files are not included in the top level files. So if you decide that you want to do this demonstration, you'll need to Control A to highlight all these, and I like to unhighlight the thumbs. And then I do Control C, and then or copy. And then I go to the SE files where all of the files are, and I paste them into this folder. Once you've pasted them into this folder, then you can begin the demonstration. Now I will also mention that the demo reset button, the redo.bat file, will remove all of these files that you will use for the FOA, FOP, even the ones that you add, if you use the same names, large, medium, and small, that I use during the demonstration. So let's go ahead and take a look at the family of parts and family of assemblies in Solid Edge with Synchronous Technology 2. We're in the Ironeagle, and where I would suggest that you do this particular demonstration is right before you do the animation. So just go right to the animation assembly display configuration. It puts you on the frame, and what we're going to do is just change out this wheel and this particular front tire and wheel and bracket assembly. So what you'll have to do is come over to the assembly 010002 assembly, and what you'll want to do is go ahead and open it. Now remember, we open this assembly to do the animation. So once you've completed this, then you can continue on with the animation portion of the demonstration. Okay, so now that we have this open, what we're going to do at this point is come up to the application button and use the open button. It's already looking at the top level files, and I created in an assembly, a separate assembly. This is one of the wheel assembly that you copied into the top level folder, and it's 03700. And you'll notice it is that wheel assembly, but it is separate from the wheel assembly we're using in the Ironeagle right now. So we'll go ahead and open that file up. Now we're going to begin with looking at family of parts. And what we want is to provide different size wheel and tire. And of course, when we change this tire, for example, to a smaller tire, it still needs to be at the same height because you don't want the mower to tip down in the front. So what we've done is we've already created a family of parts from the tire. In fact, the tire and the wheel is just a single part file. So if you right click and do a replace, you'll notice that it gives you, it's already set to large, so it'll give you the medium. And I changed the color so that you get a little bit different color change, but it is a smaller tire. And then if you do a replace on it again, you can go to the small, and you'll notice that it is also a different color and it is a smaller wheel. But we're still looking at the same size bracket here, and this would actually need to extend with this smaller wheel. And for the medium, it would need to get a little bit less short, and then for the big wheel, we can go back to the normal size. So we've got a family of parts defined here. What we want to do now is take a look at how we define family of parts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to in-place activate into, or I'm sorry, not in-place activate, but I want to open this particular bracket, and it's also named PSM 03700. So we'll go ahead and open in Solid Edge Part Environment. Now if you in-place activate, you won't get the family of parts dialog, so you need to make sure that you open it up in Solid Edge Part. Then you can go right into the family of parts dialog. Now we like to talk about using the interface right here in Pathfinder, but quite honestly, I find it much easier to use FOP and FOA through the table. So that's how I'm going to do this particular demonstration. I'm going to open this table up. You can see that we don't have any family of parts here, but I do want to make a different sizes for the three options that we're using for tires and wheels. So I'm going to go ahead and create three families. I'm going to create large, and then I'm going to create a medium, and finally I'm going to create a small. Now, obviously, we can change parts for each one of these parts, but we can also change a value. Now, for example, the large goes with the large tire and wheel. So we actually don't want to change that. That height will be 180. So what I'm going to do is come over to the medium and just double click it and then highlight. And I'm going to add 15, so I'm going to make it 195. So the large is 180. The medium tire is smaller, so this bracket needs to be larger. We'll make it 185. And then for the small, we're going to make it 210 millimeters. Now once that's complete, you'll see that there's 15 millimeters difference between those three sizes. So what we'll do at this point is we're going to come up and we're going to select all the members, all three of them. And then what we'll want to do is we'll want to populate those members. It's going to prompt us to save the file, so we'll go ahead and do that, and then it will prompt us again to save the three members. Now, basically what it's doing is it's actually creating those files independently of the original file. So we'll have a large, a medium, and a small. When that's completed, you'll see that those no longer have an underline, so they've been updated. We can click on the OK button. Now, when we're back in here, if we want to, well, we're looking at the small, so if I apply it, you'll notice that it gets a little bit longer. And if we go back to the large, it goes back to its normal size. So what we'll do is go ahead and save this particular file, and then we can close out and go back to our wheel assembly, which is the 700 assembly. So now we have different sizes that we can apply here. So let's get back to our original. We'll go back to the large. So we have family parts for the wheel and tire, and we want to make sure that we are also looking at the large for this particular component. And you'll see that you'll have a large for each one of those. Let's go ahead and save this assembly. So that's how easily we can create family of parts, just by simply changing the geometry, or in this case we just used a variable which I changed to height, and we changed that height for each one of these brackets for all three of them. Now what we want to take a quick look at is family of assembly. What we're going to use for our family assembly is we're going to define those two different sizes or three different sizes of part combinations to build three different family of assemblies. So once we've saved that, we can go to the Alternate Assemblies tab in Pathfinder. Again, it's going to bring up its own interface, which you can work solely from. And to begin, we'll go ahead and create a new member. And it's going to bring up create a family of assemblies and create alternate position of the assembly. Well, we want family of assemblies. So again, I'm going to use the large for our original, and I'm going to use the medium for our new member, and it's going to bring up, well, it actually will create them, and then we can actually bring up the table again, which is something I like to, again, to work with. You'll see that the large, which is active, has both the large sheet metal bracket and the large wheel and tire. So what we want to do now is create a new member. We'll call it small, and I'm using capital letters for large, medium, and small in all cases. And then what we'll do is we come over to the large and double click. Actually, you don't want to double click, you just want to single click, right mouse button click, and use your replace. And we want to put the medium option under the medium heading. You'll notice it automatically puts the large there because that was the default. So the only one you need to change is right click on the small and replace it with the small bracket. Now we want to do the same thing for the wheel and tire. We'll replace. Again, using this form makes it real easy to kind of see what options you have to change. And just by right mouse button clicking, we can get to the replace and replace each one of these parts. So now we've created three family of assemblies: the large with the combination of large sheet metal and part file, the medium, and then the small. The next thing that we'll want to do is just simply update the members. This just takes a few seconds, but it creates each member and then builds it with the small, medium, and large parts, depending on which member it's working on. When that's complete, it does give you feedback as to what it looks like. If I X that off and use my spacebar to bring this over here, you'll notice as I double click on medium, it just move that up, it actually changes it to the medium size. And you'll notice as I go to a side view, and you'll notice where the tire bottom is. If I go to small, you notice that it stays at the same height, so it's not going to interrupt the actual mower and the level of it, but it goes to a smaller tire and a longer bracket. Now if we go back to medium, it gets to a little bit bigger, and then of course we go to our large, it goes back to the original size. So we can click on the OK button, and then at that point what we'll want to do is let's go ahead and save our assembly. Now once that's saved, we'll go back to our top level where we actually opened up into the frame. And in fact, let's go ahead and close. Again, you'll want to hit the save, so click on yes here. Make sure that everything's saved. We'll go back to our top level frame assembly where we started this. And you remember we opened into this assembly. So now we're looking at the original. And what I'm going to do is that is the assembly 02-00019. That's the original. So let's go ahead and right mouse button click and do a replace. And when we come over and pick our 700, 03700 to replace it with, it recognizes that there's more than one occurrence. We want to replace all occurrences. And now it's recognizing that these are a family of assembly that I'm replacing it with. So which one do we want? Now we didn't get into dynamic configuration, but if you want to pick, for example, the medium, and you click on the OK button, and it takes a few seconds for it to actually replace with the medium size wheels. And if we go to a side view and let's replace again with a small, all occurrences, and it will go to the small tires. So this gives you a nice quick and easy look at a family of parts and how easy it is to develop or create a family of parts, either through Pathfinder or through a table, and then also creating a family of assemblies where you can include different family of part components to build your different family of assemblies. So with that kind of concludes the FOP-FOA demonstration in the Ironeagle. Now once you're done with this, then you can continue on. Since you're already opened into the 02 assembly, you can continue on with the frame, the animation, the ERA demonstration.